I know a lot of people just don't like hearing this, especially on red days. We're dipping right now. Crypto's dipping, but I am so bullish right now. I'm the most bullish I've ever been in all of my years in crypto at this very moment. A lot of people don't like hearing that. A lot of people don't like hearing that it's really this simple. It's as simple as the cycles go. It's as simple as the cycle data shows us. But what is so compelling and what makes me probably extra bullish, the most bullish I've ever been in these cycles, is all of these extra fundamentally bullish things sprinkled on top of where we are in the cycles. Hit the subscribe, hit the like on the way in. Let's just jump into the video. Interest rate cut today, 1/4 point. US dollar was rising, crypto, traditional markets falling a little bit, but I think this even sent a little bit more of a bearish shockwave into the crypto space. And we're going to dive into the charts and really look at all of these bullish charts, everybody. But I want to take a quick look at this. Jerome Powell, shortly, just a short while ago.
That have been buoyant. Do you see any value or benefit in the U.S. government building a reserve of Bitcoin?
We're not allowed to own Bitcoin. The Federal Reserve Act says what we can own, and we're not looking for a law change. That's the kind of thing for Congress to consider.
So everybody's speculating about the Bitcoin reserve. And by the way, I think it is more and more every day as I'm reading headlines, as I'm reading the sentiment of the incoming Trump administration. I think it's happening. I think it's going to happen. And I just said January 20th can't get here soon enough. And the thing that's happening right now, markets are just manipulating the short-term FOMC news as always. And that's why I didn't go live to do this video, but I'm just going to record just a general analysis video of markets right now. And I just said it's going to be volatile, right? Maybe there's more downside even as I'm recording. I think there's going to be a really nice bounce soon. And soon the weekends will be out, the markets will bottom, and crypto will continue upward. So first off, Bitcoin on the daily chart is still just hovering above the 20-day moving average. If you've watched my videos, when we're in a bull market for Bitcoin, the normal move, when Bitcoin's making higher highs and higher lows, the normal move is really any throwbacks in between the 20-day in green and the 50-day. The 50-day is down here at 90,000. So Bitcoin could keep falling right now. We're going to look at total crypto market caps and speak to altcoins and look at an Ethereum chart right now, looking so bullish. But Bitcoin could keep falling. And that would be a very normal bull market move, okay? So even if we just go and we look at last cycle at this time, all the way back here on the daily, I'm going all the way back here, just look at the bull market, right leading into altcoin season, there's dips in between the 20, above the 50, and then into the bull market. Right after altcoin season, that purple line, just look at this. Bitcoin, at this moment, last cycle, dipped from 41,000 to around 28,000, 31% dip to the 50-day moving average, and then it bounced, continued in the bull market. That is the normal move. You can go to the cycle before that, and you can even find more volatility than that, right? Just real quickly, let me just show you this. Look at these dips falling below the 50 and above the 200, and maybe that volatility will lessen as cycles progress, but you get a sense of, okay, man, really? There's almost, if you're zoomed out enough on the daily, it doesn't even look like anything's happening. So before we talk about altcoins and total crypto market cap charts, I want to underline something here. Besides Bitcoin US reserve, besides the shift, the new era of crypto, do you realize what's also happening here? Vivek over here said, while you're scared, Blackrock bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin in the last 48 hours. This was posted today. To kind of just re-echo that in a different way, Bitcoin ETFs bought $636 million Bitcoin yesterday. And this was a post from yesterday. $5.5 billion in 11 days. $500 million Bitcoin a day. To put that a different way, the most bullish way, ETFs have been buying 4,500 Bitcoin per day the last weeks, and MicroStrategy have been buying around 3,000 Bitcoin per day. There are only 450 new Bitcoin being mined per day. I got a comment, I think like yesterday or something. The person was just like, there's not going to be any Bitcoin supply shock, Dan, because there's new Bitcoin being mined every day. Well, the Bitcoin being mined per day nowhere near makes up for how much is being bought and accumulated, especially during these dips. Weekends will run out of BTC. What do you think will happen then? If you look at a Bitcoin chart, do you really think that institutions and now governments getting on board, do you really think that they're just going to buy the top here and it's game over for Bitcoin and crypto? Or are the cycles of crypto, when you zoom out on the chart, repeating, and they know exactly where we are in the cycle? And not only are we just at this really bullish area of a cycle, the continuation of just, I think, higher highs and higher lows on the macro, I think they understand that it's a new era. It is a new era for crypto, and the Bitcoin supply shock is very real. I think they understand that, and that's why they're just accumulating. And I see retail scared in the comments nonstop. I see it. I'm getting comments. People think it's over when it comes to crypto. Let's talk about crypto. This is total crypto market cap zoomed out. To give you some perspective, you know me. Here's the dip right now in total crypto market cap chart. If you go to the total crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, here's the dip. It doesn't even look that bad. Right now, we're around $1 trillion market cap. If you zoom all the way out, you can see we are not even, I mean, we've tested the highs of last cycle, but we've not even clearly broken that. Altcoin season just started, and right now, Bitcoin dominance making a move to the upside, but right now, so far, a lower high right at this 50-day moving average, a most anticipated move if you're a technical analyst, because we start breaking through moving averages, pulling back to the moving averages and into those moving averages. Very normal. This is exactly what happened when altcoin season kicked off last cycle. So here's altcoin season kicking off, falling through the moving averages and then pulling into the moving averages, even the 50-day, before going lower. This is precisely what is happening right now, everybody. We have to allow this to happen, right? We had the rejection on this macro Fibonacci, altcoin season kicks off, Bitcoin dominance falls, pulling into the moving averages to test. Going to continue tracking that. Would be very nice to see Bitcoin resistance here. Bitcoin dominance starts falling again, or even just sideways hobbling around. I think altcoin season, the parabolic part of altcoin season, the very fun part of altcoin season, has not even started yet. But to give some context into the dip that we are getting right now, this is basically last cycle. And here's altcoin season last cycle, that purple line. Just look at this. We have swing high to swing low, very quick swing low, around 28, 29% or so to the downside. And it continued just kind of hobbling sideways and down. You notice between the 50-day and the 20-day moving average right after altcoin season. So for instance, if you go to a daily chart right now on the total crypto market cap chart and you look at this, you're kind of like, wow, we haven't even gotten that move yet. We're just testing the 20-day moving average. There could be more downside for total crypto market cap on this chart. There just could be. There could be more consolidation, and it would be almost an identical move. Even if we fell to the 50-day moving average around $3 trillion market cap, it would be almost identical to last cycle. And then we go and we look at how about 2 cycles ago. So total crypto market cap chart. Let me go back to total crypto market cap on the daily, and let's just go. Let's look at 2 cycles ago and what was happening there. Check it out. Right after altcoin season started, what's that? A massive dip below the 20 and 50-day moving averages around this time of the cycle, swing high to swing low, almost 30%. And those dips, as you notice in the bull market, continue in the bull market and throughout the bull market. And you can change that to a total crypto market cap chart, which is basically illustrating altcoins. And you can just go like last cycle and you just notice the same type of volatility, a bunch of volatile red candles, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum in last cycle. The move that we're getting here right now is incredibly normal. And again, I can't help but look at this new era that crypto is in. And I'm just going to stick to it. Whether we're down or pumping, I'm going to sit here and say I'm bullish right now. And maybe I'll look back on the charts and maybe this cycle ends here and I ended up being wrong. I'll still be happy that I sat here and I said, you know what? I just think we're bullish. And that's all this is, everybody. It's my crypto journey. I'm documenting the data. I'm analyzing markets myself and I'm managing my own risk, right? So I realize anything can happen, up, down, whatever. I'm managing my own risk, but the data is very clear. Even if you look at Ethereum now, Blackrock bought $30 million worth of Ethereum yesterday. And this was a post from yesterday. So a couple of days ago, BlackRock's scooping up $30 million. Whales are accumulating, okay? And they're accumulating in the dips. They're accumulating within all the negativity surrounding Ethereum even, because everybody's making fun of Ethereum. It hasn't broken out. And this to me, as I've been mentioning, is such a bullish chart. I put a sarcastic tweet out there or post out there on X earlier, and I was just like, you know what? I guess it's all over. Time to pack it up. You know, altcoins topped out without Ethereum even breaking all-time high. That's over. And I was being sarcastic because this chart for me is such a bullish signal. With everything we have going on with institutions and a change in crypto policy for the first time in the United States, and governments accumulating crypto, Bitcoin, and just putting into place these potential Bitcoin reserves right now, all the speculation, it's not even 2025 yet, and we have an Ethereum chart just hanging out here. Ethereum could crash to $2,600, and I will sit here right now and I will do a video of how bullish I am. Even still, we could be crashing into January or February, crypto falling, Ethereum's at the lower trend line here at the apex of this massive triangle. And I will be probably even more bullish than I am right now because I know the macro setup, everybody. I know what cycles have delivered thus far. And I realize that it's not guaranteed just because it happened before, it's going to happen again. But what I will say is when I'm investing long-term in these markets, the way that all of the data and all of the charts and all of the fundamentals from so many different perspectives are coming together makes me very bullish. And as long as I think we're managing our risks in this market, we just sit here and wait and we watch to see what happens. But that's it, everybody. I wanted to put this out because there's so much short-term news and so much short-term noise. I didn't even really want to do too much of an analysis on the short term. You go to a Bitcoin chart, you start zooming in, and it's kind of like, man, on X, it's loud in terms of like the speculation of what's going on, and especially with altcoins. And I'm just kind of like, you know what? Let's just zoom out. Let's look at the bigger picture. Yeah, maybe there's more downside, but you know what? Markets can forget about this within hours. Maybe by this weekend, maybe by tonight, who knows, and can just start pumping again. So going to continue tracking all the markets. Wanted to put this out there, just some thoughts in terms of what's going on today. Hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Please smash the like, and I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you for cruising by. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.